Hello everybody, it's Miriata here once again, and welcome back once again to nothing. Yes, I can finally put up the yak video because I ordered these two figures at the same time, and AmiAmi was slow shipping them out. But she's here now, so we can do this video. So we've got the AmiAmi thank you card. I think this is a very pretty AmiAmi thank you card. Very well done. And then on the back, she is a happy, magical girl having a little tea party. So yeah, we'll put that off to the side. So I wanted to do this Kurumi and this figure together in one unboxing, but like I said, Kurumi got here on Saturday, and Megumi got here today. So yay. But yes, this is the Thermae Yu Tokisaki Kurumi figure. And then her partner, from a different show, of course, but who cares? We've got the Kato Megumi one. So there are a few different Thermae Utopia figures. From what I've seen, these two are the best quality. Eriri looks okay, but all the ones where they're in their towels, in my opinion, don't look that good. Like, they have more flaws than normal. I mean, they are prize figures after all, but this Kurumi and from what I've seen, this Megumi look very good. But anyways, this is Kato Megumi. She is from Saenae Heroine no Sodatekata Fine. She is part of the Thermae Utopia prize figure line by Sega. She released on July 12th of 2024. I ordered her on May 5th, 2025. She shipped out, or I paid on May 5th. Okay, I'm getting all out of order. I ordered her on May 3rd, paid on May 5th. She shipped out on May 12th and got here today on May 15th. And this figure cost me 980 yen, or $7.10. So I think she's going to be very much worth it considering the quality of Kurumi. So yeah, let's go ahead and look at her box. There she is from the front. And there she is from the side. Megumi's got the boobs, so one of the important parts. There's the back. It shows that if you get two or more of these types of figures, you can actually attach the bases. So we shall see how that looks. There is the other side. Nice front side profile of her. There is the top of her box. Nice silhouette. And there is the bottom of the box. So yay. I got this pre-owned at AmiAmi, I should say. Which obviously doesn't mean much. It's brand new. It's still got the seals. Just someone won it from the game center and sold it to AmiAmi. So let's go ahead and get her open. 3 pieces of tape. And then she should just open. There is a blister. I'll go ahead and pull her out. Inside the box is just plain cardboard. I mean, it is a prize figure after all. And, well, that's interesting. She is facing her base. So there is the back of the figure, which you would normally think would be the front. I think they were supposed to put the base in the back, but whatever. There's the side. There's the front showing the base and her boob showing through the hole. Important bits after all. There's the other side. And back to the back. So let's go ahead and get this base out of here. Oh, so it's actually part of the blister. It's not a separate blister. I think Kurumi's was in a baggie. So let's go ahead and open this. We've got tape on the sides. Go ahead and pop it open. And she's like kind of stuck inside of her blister, so set her off to the side and get the base out now. Come on. There we go. So it is still wrapped in a bag. This time it does have all the rock pieces attached to the base already. Kurumi's, they were in a separate blister, or separate baggie. Let's go ahead and cut this open. go. So there is her base. You can see the nice rippling water effect. You've got the rocks on the side. Again, the rocks are just plain boring gray, no shading or anything. They do feel a little bit more textured maybe. And there is the bottom, and you can see the attachments over here on the side, so you can just pop them off. And then you've got a sticky outy bit and a hole, so you can slide the two bases together. So for now, we'll just go ahead and put that down. And then we'll pop Megumi out of her blister, set her down, and get these out of the way. And there she is. So under the bright lights, I do see a little bit of shine on this figure, but again, it's a prize figure. And once I turn off the bright light, the shine pretty much goes away. But another thing that really surprised me with these figures is their size. They're like, in my opinion, they're 1/6 scale figures, just cut off at the waist. So no butt, no bottoms, no legs, no feet, nothing like that. But there is Megumi's face. She's looking off to the side. She's got a nice smile on her. She's got pretty detailed ears. This one you can't really see very well. The top of the head, it's okay. It's not super, refined or anything, but she's got lots of little strands in her bangs and on her side locks and everything. Hair is a little bit flexible, reasonably pointy, but not stabby sharp. This little extra piece is very flexible. Back of the head, got good details down at the tips, and the top is pretty smooth. If we look from the bottom, we do see there are a couple layers of hair. She's got quite a detailed neck. So you got the tendons, you've got the clavicle, got a nice bust on her. It is welded. Megumi has pretty big boobs after all. Her bikini, the paint on it, the white stripes looks like, is pretty clean. Not really any bleeds. There's like a couple little speckles and sloppy bits right there. Nothing major or anything. And her little bow tie, again, reasonably well done. Again, $7 figure. She's got quite the sculpted belly. So we got the edges of her abs. We've got the belly line. We've got the belly button. We've got some details towards the bottom where her like V-line would be and everything. Her arm. Don't see this very often, but she actually has biceps. Nice pointy elbow. Then going up to her hand. Hand is sculpted pretty well. Fingers are all just like one piece. They're not separated or anything, and they are pretty much part of her palm. She does have sculpted fingernails, no paint. Couple bits of crud and paint transfer on the fingers. Other arm again. Hands are pretty much the same. I mean, different pose, but sculpted fingernails, no paint. Well sculpted fingers. I do see some like marks on her side boob there, up by the armpit area. Might take a magic eraser to her after a while. There are some more mold lines on her, like on her arm. But again, once I turn off the bright lights and put her more than, an inch away from my face, won't be very noticeable. Her back, pretty well detailed. So we've got some shoulder blades, we've got spine lines, we've got butt dimple showing down there, nice small of her back. And it shows she's kind of doing a lean forward and then back at the top. Important bits, we do have strap gap on both sides. A nice bow on the back of the top strap of her bikini. And again, there's just a little bit of, smudges and everything. So I may clean her up, I may not. We'll see. If we look from the bottom, we do see the copyright information, and we also see that, yes, she is hollow. I just want to compare with Kurumi. So Megumi does have a solid disc on the bottom, while Kurumi's is, you know, hollow. So yay. So yeah. Again, very nice side boob and quite large boobs. And $7 figure. So she just sits into the little hole in the base. So you can, you know, she doesn't peg in or anything, so you can twist her however you like. Let's bring her a little bit closer. And we'll do a spin. So there she is from the front. And yeah, like I said, once you get, you know, normal viewing distance away, the flaws really just disappear. But looks pretty dang good. I'm happy. I was concerned about this line because, you know, $7 price figures and, you know, half figures. People do complain because they say it looks weird, it's strange, and all that fun stuff. And then they complain that they're in a, you know, onsen in swimsuits, which is kind of against manners and stuff like that. But it is what it is. But yeah, looks pretty good. If I slide her off to the side, we'll go ahead and pull up Good Smiles Bikini Megumi and do a little comparison. So obviously, Good Smiles is taller because she has legs. But if we bring her up closer, we do see that this one is a larger scale. So this is a 1/7. This is the Thermae Yu topia, which is basically, in my opinion, a 1/6. Bikinis, Good Smiles is painted a little bit better, a little bit fancier. It was probably, I'd say, 10 times the price. This one is more like the stripe. The black stripes are the plastic of the bikini, and then the white stripes are painted on. But looks pretty good. And then, so we'll set her back off to the side. Let's do a close, 3x zoom, and we shall spin her face. She's got nicely painted eyes on her, nice pointy nose. And the hair for a cheap figure is pretty well done. And we'll tilt down to the chest region and spin that. And then obviously she goes out of frame. A little bit of a gap between her strap and her cup, but that's okay. Again, once you get normal viewing distance, won't notice it at all. And I do like that they did include the belly buttons. They did not cut them off at that point. So it's slightly more than a bust, but definitely not a whole figure. So yay. Let's do normal zoom. And now, kind of sad that these two figures are kind of facing the same way. It would be nice if you could have them, facing each other a little bit, which I guess you can, but then they're not facing you. But there they are, Kurumi and Megumi together. Again, both are pretty busty girls. I think Megumi's are actually bigger. I think Kurumi's back is a little bit more detailed. Which, I mean, they've had time to refine their process. So yay. Let's go ahead, take them out, and let's join their bases together. So I'm going to pop off one side of rocks on each base, and then we're going to slide them together. And yeah, it's a little bit obvious because the ripples in the water don't really line up. They kind of interfere with each other. But then we can put the girls back in. And there we go. So like I said, if you get multiple of these figures, you can put the bases together. And if the bases are too big for you, you don't need to use them. But I think they add to the overall theme and ambiance of these figures. I mean, they're supposed to be in hot spring. But yeah, I think they look good. And then again, we'll just pull them forward. And we'll go ahead and put Megumi in the back. So yay. This is the star of our show today. This is Kato Megumi. She is from Saenae Heroine no Sodatekata Fine. She is part of the Thermae Yu prize figure line by Sega. She released on July 12th of 2024. I ordered her on May 3rd. She shipped out on May 5th. Got here today, or paid on May 5th, shipped on May 12th, got here today on May 15th. And I paid pre-owned at AmiAmi AB. I paid 980 yen, or $7.10. Very much worth it. Like I said, there are other figures in the Thermae Yu line. There's another Kurumi, there's a Horo, there's a Eriri to go with Megumi, and there's an Albedo. Eriri is decent, but I think they've messed the character up a little bit. And then the other ones, they definitely have more flaws from what I've seen, so I probably will not be getting them. But it is what it is. Anyways, this has gone longer than it really should have for a $7 figure. I hope you enjoyed. I've got one more to open today. See you soon. Bye-bye.